Hello, hello, beautiful people. How are we today? So, hold up. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. So, give me a minute. I'm going to just share this if I can. See, I don't normally do it. I don't even know how. Well. It's not what I wanted. I wanted to share it in a new group. Anyway, I'm going to move on. I'll share it after. Okay, so cringeworthy foundation mistakes that we are all totally guilty of. Me too. Me too. It's not just, I'm not talking down to anybody or anything. Take no offense. It's me too. Okay, so first thing, I've already put foundation on this side of my face. And I want you guys to notice the lighting, okay? In our bathrooms and bedrooms, we tend to have yellow lighting, right? So my foundation doesn't look too terrible on this side. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look too terrible. I could totally go outside like this side. But I'm going to show you a difference, okay? Bear with me. I got to plug in this light, so I got to stand up. Ta-da. Okay, so that's one thing. I cut my face. I just cut it off. Let me switch this lighting up too. And get my mirror on. Okay. So that's one thing, is where you are applying your makeup at makes a huge difference. If you can, try and do it towards natural lighting. I don't personally have natural lighting that I can do it towards. So I have lights galore. I have bright freaking lights. So, I mean, if you can't do natural lighting, there you go. And I'm going to freeze up, aren't I? Facebook, darn you. Okay, I'm hoping. Come on, Facebook. Come on, Facebook. Right. That's why, because I have a call coming in. Hold up. All right, we better now? Okay. Another thing is skincare is super important. I'm not going to go into all the details today. But one of the things is you want to make sure that you're exfoliating your face at least weekly. So on a regular basis, right? So there's that. All right, now I'm going to get really close. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. And my animals are going crazy. So, oh, guys, I want you to give me a 5. So that was my daughter calling, and she just sent me a text message. That was why I was freezing. But she got the highest score for girls in her class for athletics. So that's exciting. Okay, sorry, totally distracted. Okay, I'm going to get really close because I did a couple of things on this side of my face. Can you see all of my pores? I have a lot of pores. Guys, I'm not perfect. I have skin just like everybody else. So one of the things that I didn't do here is I didn't use a primer. The other thing that I did is I used my fingers, okay? And I know a lot of people like to use their fingers, but you're going to end up using more product. You're going to end up getting some harsh lines, okay? And I was totally one of those gals, I used, the drugstore makeup brand, and I used my fingers, and I put it all over my face, and I felt like I was caked in 10 tons of makeup. That's another thing. Also, I used my concealer before I used my foundation. So I made I just thickened up my face, is what I did, okay? And I'm going to be showing you guys here in a minute on the other side, general rules of thumb is a better way to do it, okay? Also, what is a primer? All right, a primer, Miss Christy, is a product that's going to go onto your face, and it's going to fill in your pores, fill in those fine lines and wrinkles. It's also going to make your makeup last a little bit longer throughout the day, because like this is going to eventually change colors, and because I have oily skin too, it's literally going to slide off my face, okay? So a primer puts up a barrier between your skin and your makeup so that it stays in place, fills in your pores, fills in those fine lines, okay? And I do already have primer on this side because I wanted to let it dry. Right, and helps you keep your makeup so it sticks, right? So, and this is the primer that I use. This is the Glorious Face and Eye Primer. And this, I actually used a lot. The amount that I used, I could literally cover my entire face, but I wanted to make sure that you saw it. It's like a silky feel, and then once it dries, it keeps that barrier between my makeup and my face. Okay. Another mistake that a lot of people make, me too, guys, I love this product right here. Does anybody know what this is? This is BB cream. Okay, I love BB cream, but you know what? I have oily skin. So for me, I look like an oil slick about 3 hours after I put it on. I do, it's just shine, so much shine. And what's funny is because this makeup is on so thick today, it's really shiny. This is a matte makeup that I'm wearing, but since it's on so thick because I use my fingers, it's really shiny. But this makes me look like, you know, I am just, we're not even gonna go there. It's just oil, oil, oil. So you need to make sure that you're using the right type of foundation for your skin. If you have dry skin, this will be your best friend, okay? If you have, well, this one works for most people. This is the matte foundation that I use, right? It goes on as a liquid, dries to a matte, powder finish. Okay, this works for most people. But if you have seriously oily skin, you can go straight to powder, which is a lot of times what I do because my skin is so oily. No matter what I do, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. The other thing is not matching your foundation. Okay. Who subscribed to the rule of thumb? You match your foundation either to the inside of your wrist or the back of your hand, right? Everybody's told that. And guys, I'm going to swipe away comments because I can't even see. Maybe not. Maybe it's just going to stay. Fine. You have combination. So Kelly, the liquid foundation, this one here, would work perfectly for you, okay? Or you may have to do... sorry guys, my dog keeps sending me text messages. And so it freezes up my phone. My phone apparently cannot multitask. Stop, Rihanna, stop. Okay. So, yeah, right. You're told the wrist, the back, the inside of your wrist, the back of your wrist. You're told here, you're told here. There's so many places that you can test. And I'm going to show you one more. But I want to show you guys. This is what I use to pick my foundation shade. And that's this here, right? And you can see, yeah, I could kind of get away with it. Maybe if I blended it a little bit more. I'll tell you, normally when I apply this with a brush, it actually washes me out and makes me very pale. But that is that shade right there. And that is the closest to the back of my hand. But it's not the right shade for me. I don't know if you guys can see right here. They say to blend, or to, I can't talk. They say to test your shade against your collarbone, your upper chest, which for me, as you guys can see, I got all this redness. It's like nearly impossible for me to find a shade that matches. So testing it right there is like perfect because, you know, all of a sudden I'm not pale anymore. Okay. So now that I've said all of that, let's actually apply some makeup and show you what I think are the correct techniques because everybody has their own school of thought. Okay. Not going to say mine is exactly 100% accurate. Another thing, because you want to apply with a brush or a blending bud, not your hand, because you can see how thick and this one is with my hand. You want to make sure you're cleaning your brush or your blending bud regularly because it grows bacteria. Plus, you know, when this bristles gets all clogged full of foundation, you will find that it doesn't blend very well. Okay, so to get this wonderful shade here, because I'm an oddball, I have to mix my shades, so bear with me just a second. So I am mixing that chiffon color that is actually on this side of my face because according to my hand, that's the closest one. Not. Let me wipe off these ones. I'm going to go ahead and mix my shade and get it on there, and hopefully we can mix it without, you know, being too oddball. Yeah, so... Alright, so I am shaking up our foundation because our foundation is made to separate. It's made to dry to a powder finish, but it goes on as a liquid. Just clearing the eyedropper because there's product left over, you know, in there from the last time I used it. And we don't want that separated because it's just going to put oil or, well, not oil. I don't even know. I don't even know. It won't work right, okay? Okay, and I'm only going to use about 4 drops. Whereas when I did this side of my face, and I should have done it online, guys, but I wanted to let it dry and like sit into the pores. That's why I did it earlier. I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, I used like 2 or 3 dropperfuls just to get my face covered. It's awful. And this one I just am doing 4 drops. I'm just gonna kind of put it on here. And I'm gonna blend. And I'm gonna show you a really cool trick here in a minute with our liquid foundation. And actually, see, I'm mixing my colors, and that's a little bit too orange, isn't it? A little bit. Let me add a little bit more of the other color. So yeah, I am 99% of the population. We have a shade that'll match. I'm that 1%. Oh well. Right now, I'm just dotting it all over my face, okay? We're going to blend here in a minute. And I'm going to blend down my neck, because if we don't, you end up with this funny line. I know you guys have all seen the ladies with the funny line, right? You know, don't be that. And if you are that, I'm sorry. I honestly mean no offense, because, guys, most of these mistakes I've made myself because I knew nothing about makeup, okay? Nothing. And right now I'm just buffing this into my skin. And I want you guys to notice, like, see how shiny this side is comparatively to this side? That side I just used my finger and just spread it all over my face. So I have some harsh lines there. Oh, it smeared a little. See that foundation? I've had this side, guys, wet for about, or I put it on about an hour ago, and it's still wet because I put it on with my hand. It's still wet. Okay. And I know everybody's like, okay, well, you know, I've done all that. Well, now I must bake, and I must do all of this, and and they do their whole face. And you'll end up with very, very, very cakey foundation, okay? If you need to set your foundation in place, which, since I have such oily skin, even with the primer, I still have to set my face. Okay, since I have oily skin, I am going to do a little bit of powder, but I don't go, sorry guys, I don't go all over my face. Okay, so generally where I set my face is my under eye area, because I have wrinkles and stuff. I want to show you a magic trick. Magic trick. Oh, and you guys, if you have any questions for me, I feel like I'm just like running a million miles a minute, because, you know, believe it or not, even lives, guys, still get me a little nervous. No joke, no joke. And I don't know why, but today I'm a little nervous. It's been that way all day. I've been weird all day. But yeah, it still makes me a little nervous, and I still, you know, run at a million miles a minute. I'm going to find my little brush, and I'm going to blend this into my under eye area to brighten my under eye, because I'm an old lady. I know, guys, it looks awful at the moment. Just hang. Just hang. I don't know where my blending bud went. Oh, this is my life. Oh, it's right there in front of me. How nice is that? So I don't have a sink handy, so I'm going to use some rose water to dampen that, because you want to use a damp blending bud to blend with. And I'm just going to blend this in for just a second. We're not going like super crazy with anything today, okay, guys? We're not. Oh, also, guys, drop in the comments if there's like a specific technique or a specific question that you have, or you can message me, you know, if you don't feel comfortable doing it here. Why the red line? Casey, so on this side, I did all the wrong things with my foundation. Like I blended it, I used my hand to apply it. I put my concealer on underneath. I stopped at my jawline. What else did I do? Oh, it's actually not the right shade for me. I think that was everything. I don't know. And so this side of the line is where I'm doing the correct things. And like I said at the beginning, guys, we all do this. I was notorious. I've been notorious for a very long time. But I'm going to try and do more. I want to give you guys value rather than just sitting and, you know, watching me do my makeup. Because, you know, that gets boring after a while. So, you know, what kind of techniques would you like to see? What kind of things are you having issues with that I can help you with? That was where I was getting with that. All right. Okay, that was concealer that I just used under my eyes. And I used the shade Organza. And literally, a little drop will do you. And I actually kind of spread it. I always do a little bit too much. But I'm going to set that with our setting powder. And I'm going to use that same damn blending bud. Because what happens when you use something dry, you end up getting too much powder and you end up looking cakey. When you use a damp blending bud, even with your powders, it's going to absorb more into your skin, if that makes any sense at all. So right now, I'm just pressing that in where I put the concealer because that needs to be set in place. Okay, but I want you to see the difference between these two. You know, there's not as many lines here as there is on this side, okay? This setting powder actually has light blurring particles, so it helps hide all those little imperfections. But where I was getting with that, ultimately, is you want to set your makeup. We have a new product that you can use. This one is going to be a little bit dark. I need to get back to the tan again. This is in the shade medium, but this has an SPF 25 in it, and it is a setting powder. It's all combined in one. You can set your face. Okay, that is if you have dry or combination skin. Or, sorry, back that up. That is if you have combination or oily skin. If you have dry skin, you're going to want to use a setting spray to set your makeup in place. Okay, and just a quick little spritz over your face, kind of like hairspray for your face. However, if you're oily, it just like enhances it. So, but however, one thing you can do, just a quick trick, if you are oily, you can you can spray your face with this, like hairspray for your face, right? Then put your primer on, then put your makeup on. I do that when I'm having really bad days. Okay, does anybody have any questions for me? And did I forget anything? I might have forgot, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I did kind of forget. Okay, so a lot of the products that I use today are actually on sale right now. Plus you get some freebies with it. You get free makeup, you get the free body shimmer oil, which, where did I put it? Oh, it's here. It's here. It's here. There it is. Right with the setting spray that I just had in my hand. This is the body shimmer oil. It's this wonderful moisturizer, plus it gives you this glow, and you get it for free with this collection. And I wish I could describe the smell. It's kind of, I don't know, it really does remind me of summer. Like some of the tanning oils and stuff that you get, it has similar, but not quite. We need smell-o-vision. We seriously need smell-o-vision. And then I just hold it up there. Plus all our fragrances, guys. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. So that was my little brief tutorial. Please let me know, guys, because, you know, coming up with ideas every day to show is tough. Oh, I also did, Casey, if you're still watching, when I started the video, I actually had yellow lighting on, and this foundation looked okay in yellow lighting. It's just not quite right in either natural lighting or, you know, white lighting, which is what I have in here, which is more like the sun. But, you know, a lot of people put their makeup on in the bathroom, right? I totally did. Totally. And yeah. And I always picked the palest shade of foundation. Like, I was always picking ivory because I was very fair. And I thought, oh, well, that's the right shade foundation for me. Guys, I'm in the medium shades now and above. And yeah, so But I'm happy to help with any questions. Please, either inbox me or drop them below, and we'll get you the information that you need. And yeah, if you guys want to see something, let me know, because I'm here for you. So, all right. Love y'all. Stay beautiful. Have a wonderful day. Bye.